This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claim School Incorporated's blog, Zalma on Insurance. Today we're going to speak a little bit about life insurance and why a named beneficiary must be paid the death benefit regardless of the wishes of the decedent, and why, where there is a will, there are always relatives. In this post 4695 of Zalma's insurance fraud letter, we speak about why Della Lopez, Fred Lopez, Shella Gill, and Paul Imrie, collectively called the plaintiffs, appealed from the trial court's order arguing the trial court erred by granting summary judgment in favor of the Prudential Insurance Company of America and abused its discretion by denying plaintiffs' motion to compel discovery. In Della Lopez et al. Versus Prudential, the Court of Appeals of North Carolina on December 19, 2023, resolved the dispute of relatives of a decedent's fight over life insurance proceeds. Following her husband's death, Sherry, the life insurance decedent, elected to purchase a policy from Prudential and continued to make the premium payments. To effectuate purchase of the policy, Sherry completed and signed an optional group universal life enrollment form, including a beneficiary designation, on 25 April 2007, naming her half-sister Diana Imrie as her sole beneficiary and Diana's children as contingent beneficiaries. After her husband's death in 2007, Sherry moved in with Diana and her then husband, Paul Imrie, in North Carolina. Diana and Paul divorced in December of 2014, and Sherry continued to live with Diana in North Carolina until March of 2016. Sherry believed that Diana took the money out of their joint account, basically believing she was a thief. And since Diana was a joint signatory on the account and had access to the funds. Following this discovery, Sherry wanted to cancel the policy with Prudential because she could no longer make the monthly payments, and because Diana was the sole beneficiary. The Prudential representative advised Della, another sister who was asked to cancel the coverage, that she would send a cancel coverage form via email. Della did not complete and return the form. Without return of the form, the cancellation of the policy did not go into effect. In 2016, Sherry attempted to commit suicide by overdosing on her heart medication, and on 22 March 2016, Sherry died due to complications from her suicide attempt. On May 10, 2016, Diana mailed Prudential a copy of the beneficiary designation form Sherry had signed in April of 2007. After Prudential received the beneficiary designation from Prudential was asked to verify whether the beneficiary designation would be accepted by Prudential. Prudential eventually did so and paid Diana $54,000, the full amount of the policy. On May 5, 2017, after Paul and Della emailed Prudential alleging Diana was aware the policy had been canceled and therefore fraudulently claimed she was the beneficiary of the purported canceled policy. As a result of Paul and Della's multiple emails and the transcription of the cancellation call, the matter was referred to Prudential's Corporate Investigation Division, or CID. CID investigator Peter Friscia was assigned to investigate any alleged fraud regarding the payment of the policy to Diana and the cancellation call made by Della. Following interviews with Della, Paul, and Diana, Friscia concluded there was no evidence to substantiate any fraud by Diana, but Della's impersonation of Sherry did constitute in his opinion, fraud. Based on Frischia's report, Prudential referred the case to the Georgia Department of Insurance for further investigation. Prudential's referral stated that Della was suspected of committing insurance fraud due to her impersonation of Sherry on the cancellation call. The referral further stated Paul aided and abetted Della in her attempt to cancel the policy. Plaintiffs filed a complaint in Gaston County District Court requesting a declaratory judgment as to their rights under the policy. In the complaint, the sibling plaintiffs alleged Prudential was required to pay out the policy to the surviving siblings in equal shares, and the payment to Diana was wrongful because she was not the beneficiary on file. On December 21, 2022, Judge Bell granted both of Prudential's partial motions for summary judgment because he found there was a valid beneficiary designation. First, the sibling plaintiffs argued that the trial court erred, but there was no uncertainty as to their respective legal rights of the parties in the policy. The evidence in the record showed Diana submitted a beneficiary designation signed by Sherry, noting Diana as the sole beneficiary of the policy. Prudential confirmed the information in the beneficiary designation and concluded the claim by Diana was valid. Moreover, the sibling plaintiffs' own evidence showed they likewise believed Diana was the beneficiary of the policy, and therefore the sibling plaintiffs failed because the evidence showed Diana was the actual beneficiary of the policy, and therefore the Court of Appeals affirmed the trial court's judgment. In my opinion, because the decedent had fallen out with her sister and wanted to cancel the policy to keep her from benefiting from the decedent's death, she asked her other sister to cancel the policy. The sister failed to do so, and the person the decedent did not want to receive the benefits of the policy got the money. The rest of the family tried to make the decedent's wishes be honored, but could not do so because of the incompetence of the attempt to cancel the policy and the apparent fraud in trying to do so. Relatives should never get involved in life insurance held by others. This video was adapted from my blog, Zelma on Insurance. Please tell your friends and colleagues about the blog and the videos and let them also subscribe. You can subscribe, as can anyone, to the free blog by going to the URL zelma.com/blog, and if you subscribe, you'll receive notice of all blog postings, usually 5, sometimes 6 a week, and access to the more than 4,690 blog postings. You can also subscribe to the videos on YouTube and on Rumble.com, and if you do, I'd appreciate it if you click on the like button on YouTube and the thumbs up button on Rumble.com. You can also subscribe to me on X or Twitter, where you can read the full blog postings as well. And if you're interested in further detail about insurance, insurance claims, insurance law, and insurance fraud, please consider for a very small fee subscribing to my Substack publication. Thank you for your attention.